Knees wide, big toes touch. Stretch your arms overhead, forehead to the mat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Big inhale through your nose. And exhale. Sink everything towards the mat. You can rock your forehead side to side. Get a little forehead massage. Stretch your arms a little longer. Sink your hips towards your heels. Gently push down on your palms, rise up into tabletop. Bring your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Create a nice long spine. Inhale, lower your belly, open your chest, lift your chin into cow. Exhale, chin to chest, arch your back. Gaze at your tummy. Inhale, back to cow. Sink a little deeper. Exhale, navel to spine. Arch your back into cat. And one more time into cow. Sink a little deeper. And exhale, arch your back. Take a couple breaths here just to move organic in your body. Maybe do some more cat-cows. You can wag your tail, do some hip circles, anything that you're feeling the need for. Come back to neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees about an inch or two off the ground. So hover your knees. Sink everything into the middle. So squeeze your core. Push away the ground. Spread your fingers wide on the mat. Begin using your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out of your nose with a slight restriction in the back of your throat. Not permanent. Squeeze everything into the middle. Lift your hips up to the sky. Heels to the ground. Downward facing dog. And bend one knee, then the other. Shake your head, yes or no. Lift your hips up to the sky, heels towards the mat. Settle into your downward facing dog. Push away the ground. Inhale, lift to your hands. On your tippy toes, walk in little baby steps all the way up to your wrists. Place your feet about hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Lower your head like an anchor to the ground. You can grab opposite elbows. Swing side to side. Place your hands on the mat. Heel toe, your feet together. Big toes touch. Heels slightly separate. Inhale all the way up. Rise up. Reach your arms to the sky. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and stretch your right arm towards the left side of the room as you bend your hips first. Move your hips to the right side of the room. So side stretch. Feel a stretch down your entire side body. Sink a little deeper. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Switch hands. Sink to the opposite side. Inhale, arms to the sky. Swing your hands down behind you. Place your hands on your lower back like you're placing your hands in two pockets. Squeeze your elbows together. Heel toe your feet hip distance apart. Inhale, push your pelvic floor towards the ground. Open your chest. Exhale, back bend to your degree. Inhale, rise up slowly. Exhale, slide your hands down the back of your thighs into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Place your hands on the mat. Step your right foot back and then your left. Find yourself in plank pose. Option to lower your knees if you need a little more support. Engage your core. Engage your quads. Every muscle lift up off of your palms and your toes. And create lightness in your entire body. Use your breath. Move your energy through your entire body. Inhale. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower your chest towards the mat, nice and slow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck your toes. Inhale, peel your chest off the ground to cobra. Keep your feet hip distance apart, elbows in. Exhale, forehead to mat. Inhale, peel your chest off the ground, cobra pose, get a little higher. Exhale, forehead to mat. Inhale, peel your chest off the floor, maybe hover your hands an inch or two off the ground. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to mat. You can push that back to plank or tabletop and find yourself in downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Lift your right heel to the sky. And place your right foot in between your two hands. Your left knee can come down, untuck your toe. Make sure your knee is over your ankle. Inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right. Stay upright or bring your your left elbow across your right side. Stay here or tuck the back toe, engage your back leg for a little more heat. Gaze up to the sky. Place your hands on the mat, step your foot back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower halfway or continue going all the way down. Inhale, choose to come up to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Drop your right knee down, untuck your toe. Inhale, raise your arms to the sky. Hands to heart center. Pause here, big inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. This time upright or again, lower to your degree. You can engage your back leg. Squeeze your hips together. Lift your core off your side. Get a little deeper. Twist. Hands to the mat. Step back to plank. Breathe in. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, cobra, or roll over your toes to upward facing dog. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. And add on a little bit here. Inhale your right heel to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Keep your back heel lifted, ground down in both feet. Secure your base and then reach your arms up to the sky in the crescent lunge. Pull your right hip back so your hips and shoulders are square to the front of the room. Might want to heel toe your foot a little bit wider to create more space if that feels good in your body. Sink a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, place your hands to heart position. Breathe in one more time. Exhale, come back to your prayer twist so you can stay up high or continue going low. You can stay here or extend your arms in opposite directions. Gaze down at your foot, out in front of you or up to the sky. Place your hands on the mat. Lift your left heel toward the sky, standing split. So you can stay here or try for a balance. Grabbing one ankle, then the other ankle. Place your hands on the mat, step back to plank, breathe in. Exhale to your degree. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale your left heel up. Bring your left foot forward. Ground down in both feet. Reach your arms up to the sky, crescent lunge. Feel crescent lunge in this leg. Pull your left hip back. Bend your back leg a little bit if you're to release any pressure in your lower back. Sink a little lower. Inhale. Exhale, place your hands to heart center. Inhale again. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, stay upright or bring your right arm across your thigh. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You're going to speed that up for one breath, one movement. So inhale your right heel up. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Breathe in, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. One breath in. One breath out. Hands to mat, reach your left leg up to the sky. And step back to plank, breathe in. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, step forward. Breathe in, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pause here. And I exhale, prayer twist to the left. Place your hands on the mat, lift your right heel up, inhale. And exhale, step back to plank. Exhale to your degree. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, step forward. Rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right. One breath in. One breath out. Hands to the mat. Lift your heel up. Take a breath here. Standing foot. Exhale, step back to plank. Lower to your degree. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, step forward. Rise strong, crescent lunge. Exhale, prayer position, breathe in. And exhale, twist to the left. One breath here. One breath out. Hands to the mat, standing split with your right leg all the way up. And step back to plank. We'll meet in downward facing dog, however you would like to go. Get there, you can skip chaturanga and upward facing dog if you choose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, lift your hands, exhale all the air out. You can step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, rise all the way up, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands to heart center. You can turn to the long side of your mat. We're going to do a little cardio boost, get our heart rate up. We're going to start in a chair pose. So sink your tailbone down, reach your arms up. Make sure your weight is in your heels. You can wiggle your toes. We're going to do one squat here. We're going to step to the right or to the left, doesn't matter. Shoot one leg back, little curtsy squat. Come back to center and then switch legs, curtsy squat. So you're just going to move side to side. When you do your curtsy squats, you can start coming along with me. Make sure you're really pushing off the front heel to feel that extension. Now you can speed these up if you want. Which we're going to start slow, I think, the first time. Even yourself out. Just step side to side. We're going to start that again. So start in chair pose. Ready, set, go. Choose your side. Curtsy squats. You can start speeding it up a little bit if you want. Make sure your core is engaged. Use your breath. Nice. Get ready to even things out and take a little break. Step side to side, roll out the shoulders. Let's get ready to go. Inhale to chair, ready, set, and go. Curtsy squat. Good. Keep it going. Again, go at your own pace. This is your practice. Make sure you're pushing off that front heel. Good. Even yourself out, and let's take a little break. Let's do one more round. So start in chair pose. Ready, set, go. Curtsy squat. Engage your core. Use your breath. Nice. So you're going to even everything out. Come back, take it all out. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to start in chair pose again. We're going to stand up, or you can do a little hop. So make sure that when you're landing on your heels. Might want to lift your toes up a little bit. Please join me when you want to. Core is engaged. Really reach your tailbone back as you stretch your arms forward. Push off your heels. You can get as high as you want. We're going to take a little break here. Take it out. Nice work. Heart rate starting to raise. Up. Come back to chair. Ready, set, go. Little hop. Big hop or no hop. Your practice. Squeeze your glutes as you push yourself up. Use your breath. Engage your core. Smile. Not that bad. And take a little break here. We're going to do 2 more rounds of that. So shake it off. Come back to chair. Settle on your heels. Ready, set, go. Again, weight on your heels as you lift up, squeeze your glutes together, support your back, navel to spine. Nice. Almost down for the 3rd round. And take a little break. Last round. You can do this. You need to take child's pose for a little break. Totally fine. Your practice. Ready, set, go. Lift and lower. Good, you can jump again as high as you want, as low as you want, or not at all. 5 more seconds, you guys. Doing great. And let's take it out. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find your Tadasana. Feel all 4 corners of your feet. Engage your quads so your kneecaps lift. Open your chest to the front of the room. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step or hop back to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Pause here. Inhale, heel to the sky. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, heel up. Exhale, let's place our knee to our nose. Squeeze everything into the middle. Flex your foot. Tap your right foot in between your 2 hands. Dial your back heel down. Secure both feet. Cartwheel arms open to warrior 2. Pull your right hip back. Extend your arms long. Gaze over middle finger. Inhale, flip your right wrist. Reach over your head to reverse warrior. Keep your lower body in a nice lens. Push off your pinky side of your toe so your knee reaches towards your ankle. Press your arm overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right arm on your leg. Left arm overhead. Extend the side angle. Now our lower body is going to stay static. Inhale, cartwheel your arms back to reverse warrior. Exhale, extend the side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. One more time. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach long, hands in the mat. Place your right foot on top of your left side plank. Versions of side plank, you can lower your bottom leg or you can step your top leg over. Wherever you are, squeeze your inner thighs together. You can challenge yourself by lifting your top leg. If you want a little bit more, bend your top leg, reach behind you, grab your leg with your hand. Lots of options, so pick your poison. 2 more breaths here. Place your hands on the mat. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Again, any way you'd like to get there. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, pause. Inhale, heel up. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, heel to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Squeeze everything in. Flex your foot. Step all the way through. Dial your back heel down. Ground down both feet. Cartwheel arms up to warrior 2. Pull your left hip back. Sink a little lower. Inhale, flip your front wrist. Reach your arm back. Reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, place your left forearm on your thigh, right arm overhead, extended side angle. Now again, secure your base. Engage your core. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach hands on the floor. Step your left foot on top of your right. Again, find your side plank, whatever that looks like. Reach your left arm to the sky. Lift your hips up. Maybe challenge yourself with a leg lift. You bend your leg and try to reach for your foot with your hand. A little bow pose. Pick your poison again. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. We'll find ourselves in downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. Exhale all your air out. We're going to speed that up. 1 breath, 1 movement. We might add on a little bit, so keep your ears open. Inhale, right heel to the sky. Exhale, step all the way through. Dial your back heel down. Cartwheel your arms open to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Pause here. Straighten your front leg. Come into triangle pose. You can place your hand on your shin or a block if you have one on the mat. Stretch your left arm to the sky. Pull your right hip back. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Gaze can be at your floor, out in front of you, or up to the ceiling. Stay here or stretch your left arm back overhead. And engage your side body and stretch your right arm overhead. So you're grabbing a beach, looks like you're holding a beach ball. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come back to warrior 2. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to side plank. 2 breaths here, challenge yourself. Place your hands on the mat and rinse it out until you come to downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step your left foot forward. Back heel comes down. Cartwheel arms out to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Pause here. Straighten your front leg. Careful not to hyperextend your knee, so keep a little bend in it as you come into triangle pose. Pull your left hip back. If your toes are really gripping the mat, lift them all up and let them release. Let's stay here or extend your right hand over your head and maybe your left. Make sure to engage your entire side body. Stretch your arms to the front of the room. Inhale, rise strong all the way up. Exhale, bend your front knee. Come to warrior 2. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to side plank. Challenge yourself. 2 breaths. Hands to the mat. Lower to your degree. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, step forward. Back heel down, cartwheel, arms open. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Straighten your front leg. Stretch your both arms to the front room. Now, option to stay here or bend your front leg. Look about 1.5 feet in front of you. Maybe to the side a little bit. Reach towards the ground as you lift your left foot towards the sky. Come into half moon. Now if you have a block, you can use a block or the ground. It doesn't matter. Extend your heel towards the back side of the room. Your toe is facing the left side of the room. And just like we did in our plank pose, we can try to grab our foot, do a little bow pose. Slowly let go as you come back to half moon. Bend your knee. Find yourself in warrior 2. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back to side plank. Extend your right arm to the sky. And hands to the mat. Vinyasa your way to downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step your left foot forward. Back heel down. Cartwheel, arms out. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Straighten your front leg. Find your version of triangle pose. Maybe extend your arms to the front of the room. Now bend your front leg. Look in front of you. Push off the back foot. Flex your back toe into half moon. And you can try to lift yourself off of your block or the mat too, if you want to try that for a little bit of a challenge. Or again, try to bend your back leg and reach for your foot. Lots of things to do. And slowly let go of your foot if you have it. Float back to warrior 2. Breathe in. Exhale, cartwheel, hands to the mat. Side plank. Bend your left arm to the sky. Hands to the mat. Now stay in plank. Using your breath, we're going to bring our right knee into our chest and then our left knee into our chest. Core is super engaged. So you can do it slow like this, or you can speed it up into mountain climbers, your pace, or you can do 4 slow and 4 fast, whatever it's looking like in your body. Make sure to use your breath. If you want to drop your knees, just tap your shoulders with your opposite hand. Engage your core. Take a little break, take a child's pose just for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, come back up. Let's do it again. Ready, set, go. Use your core, engage everything, knee and chest, or tapping shoulders. And put your knees down, reach your arms to the sky this time, and shake everything out. Come back to plank. Ready, set, and go. Mountain climbers. Use your breath. Take a little break here. Either hit child's pose or switch your arms overhead. Shake it out. One more time, mountain climbers. Ready, set, go. Knee to chest. Make sure you're breathing. Again, you can always slow it down a little bit. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Knees wide, big toes touch, stretch your forehead to the mat. Child's pose, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Stay here for a little bit if you need more rest, or push down your palms, meet me in downward facing dog. And pedal out your legs, check out your head. Inhale your right heel to the sky. You're gonna bring your right foot in between your hands. And we're gonna, again, dial your back heel down. Cartwheel your arms out to warrior two. Inhale, float your right arm back for reverse warrior. And float your arm forward for extended side angle. We're gonna pause here for a little bit, and you can try for the half bind by reaching your top arm behind you. Roll your top shoulder up, back, and down. You can gaze up at the ceiling. Notice where your hips are. If they're sticking out to the right, squeeze it in. Stay here, or try for the full bind by reaching your right arm underneath your right leg, sticking out your left arm. Look down to your right foot, push off your heel, reach your right arm back over your head, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the mat, back heel lift. Come to standing splits again. Or if you want to change this into warrior three, try to lift your upper body off the ground. You can use your blocks with a mat. Send your heel to the back of the room. Try to get your entire body parallel to the ground. Pull your left hip down so your hips are square. Arms can be out behind you to the side, or if you don't have any back problems, extend your hands long. Now slowly try to bring your knee into your chest without falling down. If you fall down, who cares? Keep your knee bent. Grab your foot with your left hand. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Find your balance, extend your right arm long. Inhale. Stay here, or exhale, hinge forward. Find your version of dancer's pose. Push your foot into your hand. Open your chest to the front of the room. Slowly come back down. Shake it off. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, hands to the mat, step or hop back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Again, you don't have to do chaturanga and back bend. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, step forward. Back heel comes down. We're gonna cartwheel our arms out to the nice warrior two. Just lengthen out your stance a little bit since we're nicely warmed up. Inhale, float your left arm back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Stay here, or try for the half bind on this side. And again, stay here, or maybe even the full bind. Look towards your left foot. Push off your heel, reach your arms back to reverse warrior. And exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat, back heel right, lift up, and then comes all the way up. Standing split. Again, option to stay here or raise your upper body into warrior three. Right toe is pointing down. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. Use your glute and your hamstring to lift your heel up a little higher. Engage your core. Slowly bring your right knee towards your chest. Keep your right knee bent. You can grab your foot with your hand. Squeeze your knees together. Extend your left arm overhead. Inhale, stay here. Or exhale into dancer's pose on this side. Slowly release. Shake it out. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Hands to the mat, bring your sit bones to your heels. I'm going to toe pose, so spread your toes wide on the mat. Try to get your knees parallel towards the mat. You can use your blocks for balance. You can also try to put your hands to heart center to balance everything. Squeeze your inner thighs together so much that you lift your sit bones slightly off your feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Extend your arms in front of you. Slowly lower yourself down. Try not to use your hands. Lower your upper body towards the mat. Keep your shoulder blades off the ground. Knees over hips. Hands behind your head. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist your body, shoulder to knee. Inhale to center. Opposite shoulder to knee. Yogi bicycles. Again, go at your own pace. Use your core to turn your body. Try not to use momentum. If you want a little bit more, you can straighten your legs into scissors. Nice. Take a little break, bring your knees into your chest. Your knee circles one way, then the other. Come back to yogi bicycles. Ready, set, go. Use your breath. Nice. Take a little break here. Knees into chest. Bring your feet together, knees apart. Put your arms out in front of you. You're gonna lift and lower little butterfly crunches. Again, use your core to lift your chest off the ground. Try not to use momentum. Don't forget to breathe. Nice. Stretch your arms overhead. Bring your feet up to the sky. Hands on either side of your hips or underneath your bottom. You can lift and lower your legs. Try not to arch your back, so keep your back flat on the ground. If your back begins to arch, it means you've gone a little too low. So just be aware of that. Use your lower abdominals to lift and lower your legs. And don't forget to breathe. Good. One more time. Lift it all the way up. Lift it all the way down. Let it go. Sit your legs long, arms out long. Inhale. And exhale. Bend both knees. Bring your heels towards your bum. Hands on either side. Exhale all the air out. Inhale. Lift your hips up to the sky into bridge pose. You can stay here or wiggle your shoulders underneath your body. Clasp your hands. You can also bring a block underneath your sacrum and lay on it for a supported bridge. Squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, engage your entire back line of your body. Let go of everything underneath you, lift your heels up, slowly lower yourself down, windshield wiper your knees side to side. Heel toe your feet back to hip distance apart, hands on either side. Now, you can do bridge one more time or full wheels in your practice. Please take that now. Exhale all the air out. Lift your hips if you're going into bridge, or place your hands by your ears. Place your head on top of the mat and lift up your body to full bridge. Magnetize your heels towards your head and magnetize your inner thighs towards one another. If you're in full wheel, chin to chest, slowly lower yourself down. Everybody lift your heels, bring your body down. Feet wide on the mat, knock your knees together. Grab the backs of your thighs. We're gonna rock and roll slowly forward and back. When you rise up, bring your left knee, bend it into your body. Bring your right foot on all the way over on top of your left thigh. Your right foot can try to become as flat as you can on the mat. Try to keep those sit bones on the ground. Reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, cross your left elbow over your right leg, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist a little deeper. Allow your hips to let go, melt into the mat. This is a great hip opener plus twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. Do a little counter twist, so just come over to your left side and bend your elbows, bow your head. Place your hands behind you, switch legs. I kind of like to do a little switcheroo. Bend your right foot into your leg, into your body. Your left foot over your right leg. Again, find your sit bones. Then reach your arms up and twist to the left. Do a little counter twist to the right side. Untwist your legs. Lay them out long in front of you. You can give them a little shake out. Flex your feet, point your toes towards your face. Nice long spine, inhale. Exhale, stretch forward until you find your back grounding. So pause, inhale one more time, and then let it go. Rise up slowly, bend your knees, extend your arms out long, lower your body slowly all the way down. Bring your feet towards the ceiling, grab your feet, your shins, your thighs, happy baby. Allow your knees to melt towards the mat. You can rock from side to side. Squeeze everything into the middle. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Scrunch your face. Roll up into a little ball. And let your legs go long, arms to either side. I invite you to close your eyes or gaze up at the ceiling. Breathe into the places in your body that are still holding any tension. Tell them it's time to release in your Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slide your heels together. Stretch your arms overhead. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Roll to your most comforting side. Put your head under your hands. Or on top of your hands, I should say. A little breather here. Before you gently push yourself up to easy seated pose. Create a nice long spine. Place your left hand on your heart, your right hand on top. You can bow your head gently. Thank you so much for joining me. It was an honor leading you in this practice today. The love in my heart bows down to the love in each of your hearts. May you continue to spread love and kindness wherever you go. Namaste.